Well, hello everybody, it's Holger Mueller from Constellation Research sharing finally some time ago, almost 2 weeks, my takeaways from SAP's TechEd conference. There's multiple editions of it, one in the US in Las Vegas, one in New York in Barcelona, and one in Asia in Bangalore. I think it's Bangalore, apologies, I've screwed it up. Which share for local markets what's important to them. Las Vegas usually is the kickoff and start on that, and it was a good event. It's usually at the Venetian Convention Center, probably 5,000-ish or so attendees, the typical technical audience of the SAP ecosystem. Board member Bernd Leukert gave the main keynote, CTO Björn Görke was attend. Check out the video I did with Björn on Thursday. I'll put it somewhere in my blog post, which will come out later today. What are the key takeaways? Right, I always share my top 3 takeaways from the event, and the most important one is that ABAP is back. Lots of discussions on the modernity of ABAP, but it doesn't really matter to enterprises because when you've built substantial code assets, things which are important for you to run even in 2018 and beyond in ABAP, you want to keep those assets around. And it's a success factor for SAP to enable customers to keep these assets around instead of having to recode them in a more modern, appropriate programming language. SAP for a long time pushed themselves as well, saying that JavaScript is the future or something like this, right? But as long as you can keep existing code assets running in a modern way and that deliver the functionality in business applications that they're supposed to, that's of tremendous value for enterprises and also important for developers, because if you know a programming language really well, like ABAP, and if it's really productive to do what you want to do, keep building business applications, it's good to have support for that. So I, for once, have been beating up SAP for a long time, not supporting ABAP well enough and helping out on probably 2 million plus developer community, which wasn't catered to. So last year they announced it, this year ABAP went GA, key first step. The road is still very long for that, but it's the right message to the install base and the right message for CTOs to leverage their code constructs, their assets, which they've built in ABAP, and to reuse them. Second most important announcement was SAP entering function as a service, right? The whole serverless part to deliver SAP and other capabilities. Important announcement. I think it's starting with AWS first, but we'll come to the other clouds. SAP is in multi-cloud offerings, trying to be agnostic of the IaaS part. So it's only a matter of time who will get what first across the 3 major clouds that SAP partners through, which are alphabetically AWS, Azure, and Google. And third takeaway is SAP also, with not bad news, is serious about open source. And SAP is serious about making multiple operating systems and containers work in the multi-cloud. So this is why there's this open source project called Gardener, which SAP has largely called, it's a major contributor for basically out of self-serving purposes to run these containers for SAP customers and not to get the tie-in into specific container mechanisms and specifically clouds. So overall, good news, good progress by SAP. Finally, a message for the ABAP developer community, which is really crucial. Positive on multi-cloud OS and open source in general, and on function as a service, which are important capabilities to scale many applications. If you think about next generation applications, if you think about IoT, Internet of Things, that is something which you can really commercially and technically only scale well with function as a service. Big data support had the question again, my traditional question from Sapphire, couldn't ask Hasso, asked Bernd, remains missing in action. SAP should do an out-of-the-box support of the larger distributions with the Cloudera and Hortonworks merger. Hey, it's only 2 out there. MapR is already a partner. All of them are partners, but every next generation application, not the part where people reuse their ABAP assets, but where they build something new, which they can of course do with modern languages on the SAP Cloud Platform, need a big data strategy. But that's one of my long pet peeves with SAP, so no reason to make it us too much important from that perspective. And understand that major update is happening on the SAP Cloud Platform. Now it comes back for developers and enterprise to uptake it and build really exciting stuff, which I will look forward to hear about. All right, this is Holger Mueller from Constellation Research. Wow, it's mirrored. Oh, where's my logo? Here's the logo. Follow me on Twitter at Holger MU. Interesting enough, right? Shame on Google, or kudos to Google. The lower third is working in what kind of browser? In Microsoft Edge. Well, whatever works, works. Glad to have the lower third back. Glad you guys can see who I am through the whole video. Appreciate you guys watching. See you out there. Thanks and bye-bye.